If you're trying to update Genshin Impact or Zenless Zone Zero in Heroic on Linux and you get this error,
oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the?
Even though you clearly have hundreds of gigabytes free, this video will show you exactly how to fix it. And also, this doesn't have to be gacha games. It could be any game you have that has a launcher and you're still getting this error. This video still applies to you. So here's the problem. I launched the game through Heroic. The HoYo launcher opens, and when I try to update, it says there's not enough space, but my system has over 1 terabyte free, so something clearly is wrong. This happens because Heroic uses HoYo Proton, which creates a fake Windows environment. Inside that environment, your Linux drives are mapped as virtual drives like C, Z, or V. If the mapping is wrong, the launcher checks the wrong location and thinks you only have a few gigabytes available. In my case, the V drive was either missing or incorrectly set up. Instead of pointing to my real storage drive, it was either a normal folder or pointing somewhere inside the prefix. And that's why the launcher thought I had no space. Now we get into the fun stuff. I'm going to show you how you can correctly map your storage drive. Now I'm going to be using Genshin Impact as an example. So you want to type this in your terminal. Now to get to the fix, you want to go into the DOS devices folder for your game. Then you want to remove the incorrect V drive and then recreate it so that it points to your actual drive. If you're installing the game for the first time and want to use another drive like an NVMe or an external SSD, do this before installing. First, make sure your drive is mounted under this location. When you're trying to install a game using Hero Games Launcher and then a wine window opens, don't look for the V, as in don't look for the mapping for V. That obviously won't appear. Instead, go through this. And once you do, you can select and install your folder there. Now, if you want to be certain that you recreated and pointed to your actual drive, you can type this in the terminal and you should be able to see something like this. If you do, that's good. That means that everything is working correctly. Now we want to open Hero Games Launcher. And in my case, I'm going to open Genshin Impact because I'm using this as an example. And then the HoYo launcher will open. Now here's the confusing part. When you click Relocate Game, a wine window opens, but you won't see the V drive there. That is normal and to be expected. That's just how wine works, and it has some limitations. Instead, you need to go through Z, which represents your entire Linux system. Now you want to navigate like this. So in my case, it's something like this. Now, with that being said, you can select your game folder and then confirm. Once you do, you just want to hit on update game, and the updater or the launcher should start downloading normally, and it should no longer show that weird storage error. With that being said, that is pretty much it. Now here's a bonus. At first, I actually tried to fix this by creating a shortcut to my drive inside my home folder, and I typed this in the terminal. What this does is it creates a system link in my home folder. So technically you can relocate the game by going into your home directory and then through the system link, and then you know the rest. Now this also works, but it's not the correct solution. The proper fix here is setting the V drive inside the WAN prefix. So to fix this issue is fix the V drive mapping, navigate through Z in the file picker, and select your drive. And that is it. I hope this tutorial helped you. If it did, let me know down in the comments. With that being said, it's your boy Jury, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. Take care.
Pair, get in gear. Pair, Frost is coming.
Yeah, this ain't fun.
Submit for judgment.
Ja, huh. Tip.